Welcome to the final week of Gorilla's Friday Challenge with Gorilla Test Papers. This weekly series is designed to help you master all key topics in the SEAG specification. For the final week, we will look at the topic of Grammar Part 2, which is guaranteed to appear in the official tests. This is the first question of the week. The question asks, which word best completes the sentence below? The sentence and the answer options are shown on the screen. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. So the learning point for this question is that when we compare two things, we use the comparative form of an adjective to show how one is different from the other. Some adjectives use more or less in front of them rather than changing their endings. So what type of word do we need? For this question, we're comparing this sofa with the old one, so we need a comparative adjective that makes sense in this sentence. So let's check each option. So first we've got hard, which is the describing word, but doesn't make sense in this sentence. We've got comfort, which is a noun, not an adjective, so it doesn't describe the sofa. We've got soft, which is an adjective, but this sentence needs a comparative form, so this one doesn't work either. Next, we've got comfortably, which is an adverb, which describes how someone does something, not what the sofa is like. And lastly, we've got comfortable, which is the adjective we're looking for, and it works in this sentence. So the correct answer for this question is E, comfortable. This is the second question of the week. The question asks, which word best completes the sentence below? The sentence and the answer options are shown on the screen. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. The learning point for this question is that prepositions are words that show relationships between things, like where something is or when something happens. So what type of word do we need? The sentence tells us what the cat did. It jumped and then landed. So we need a word that shows where the cat jumped from or where it was. So let's check each option. So first we've got on, which doesn't work here as it would mean that the cat landed on the table, not that it jumped off it. We've got from, which makes perfect sense in the sentence as it jumped from the table and landed on the chair. Next we've got between, which is used to describe something in the middle of two things, which doesn't fit here. Next we've got of, which doesn't make sense in this sentence. And we've got other, which is not a preposition at all, so it doesn't fit in the sentence. So the correct answer for this question is B, from. This is the next question of the week. The question asks, which word best completes the sentence below? The sentence and the answer options are on the screen. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. So the learning point for this question is that contractions are short forms of two words put together, often with an apostrophe replacing the missing letters. So what type of word do we need? We need a word that fits right before going to bring, which tells us someone is planning to do something. So let's check each option. First we've got he, which doesn't sound right in the sentence and doesn't fit. Next we've got his, which doesn't make sense either and it shows possession and it's not what we need here. Next we've got he's, which is short for he is and it fits perfectly. Next we have she, which doesn't sound right in the sentence and doesn't fit. And lastly we've got her, which is also a different pronoun but it doesn't fit with the sentence structure at all. Lastly we've got her, which is also a different pronoun but it doesn't fit with the sentence structure at all. So the correct answer for this question is C, he's. This is the fourth question of the week. Although the official SEAG past papers aren't officially released, this isn't the exact sentence, but it does reflect the same answer that came up in the actual test, which makes it great practice with real exam material. The question asks, which word best completes the sentence below? The sentence and answer options are on the screen. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. So the learning point for this question is that when talking about amounts, we choose different words depending on whether the things can be counted or not counted. We use many for things you can count, like biscuits, and much for things you can't count, like water. So what type of word do we need? We're talking about things you can count, like biscuits, so we need a word that fits with things you can count one by one. So let's check each option. First we have much, which is what we use for things we can't count, like water or milk, so this doesn't fit the sentence. Next we've got far, which doesn't make any sense, so it's not right. Then we have barely, which means only just, and it doesn't fit the sentence here. Next we have too, which means also or too much, so it doesn't fit the sentence. And finally we have many, which is used for things you can count, and it fits the sentence perfectly. So the correct answer for this question is E, many. This is the final question of the week. The question asks, which word best completes the sentence below? The sentence and the answer options are shown on the screen. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. So the learning point for this question is that when we join two ideas in a sentence, we use conjunctions. They help us connect thoughts and show how they relate to each other. So what type of word do we need? We need a word that joins two parts of a sentence and shows a change or contrast because the person wanted to go outside, but something happened that stopped them. So let's check each option. So first we've got lamb, which is used in comparisons, which doesn't fit here. Next we've got to, which doesn't show the contrast between the two ideas, so it doesn't make sense here. Next we've got or, which is used when given choices, which is not what's happening in the sentence. And after that we've got how, which wouldn't make sense in the sentence, so it doesn't work. And lastly we've got but, which shows that something unexpected happened, a change, so it fits in this sentence. So the correct answer for this question is E, but. Congratulations, you have now completed the final week of Gorilla's Friday Challenge by Gorilla Test Papers. If you're looking for more SEAG materials, head over to our site at www.gorillatestpapers.co.uk for all the resources you need. To find the rest of our videos, check out our YouTube profile, and don't forget to like this video and let us know how you did in the comments. How many did you get out of 5? We'd love to hear your score and any thoughts you have about the series. I hope you enjoyed the final session of Gorilla's Friday Challenge.